Ladies and gentlemen, the world is now a slightly better place as Steve Limbic is no longer with us. I get to cross another one off of my shit list. So the Miami Herald informs us that, essentially he is dead and he is a major Republican donor, which makes the Republicans ever slightly so less electable. Primary ally was the DeSantis administration, which, by the way, I would like to deliver like a personal. I hope like the worst happens to you, Ron DeSantis. To the motherfucker. Awful, awful governor in a very unique way. But a Republican activist who has been a reliable donor to Donald Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, despite a racist tweet that put him on the outs with DeSantis' predecessor Rick Scott, shot a woman and then himself in the parking lot of a Palm Beach County restaurant, according to sheriff's deputies. And yes, I know the camera sucks, but I've got other priorities, man. Leave me alone. The activist, 72-year-old Stephen Lembeck, the woman wounded in the back. Oh, God, I feel sorry for her. But she ran into the restaurant bleeding and was rushed to the hospital. She's pretty much, it seems, expected to survive. The shooting happened at BurgerFi outlet in Delray Beach a week ago on Monday. Although Olympics' identity wasn't revealed until last Friday, the Boca Raton News, the wounded victim was believed to be his wife. Over the past 20 years, Olympic gave more than $200,000 in political contributions, mainly to Republicans, which is why the world is now a slightly better place. Olympic is no longer able to empower the Republicans, which makes them ever so slightly less electable. Good. Including thousands of dollars to both DeSantis and Donald Trump. The founder of the Boca Raton digital marketing company, the Democrat turned Republican, earned notoriety in 2008, referring to the former President Barack Obama as a fucking Muslim N-word in a post on a social media platform X, then known as Twitter. At the time, DeSantis was running to replace Rick Scott as governor. Scott's term limited out of the governor's mansion, was vying for the Senate. Both had received contributions. The tweet, which Olympic later said he regretted, prompted Scott to pass along the $1,100 contribution from Olympic to charity. The DeSantis campaign and allied political action committees had both received contributions from Olympic. The PAC returned $11,000, but the campaign said $4,000 had been given separately to be spent in the primary and could not be refunded. DeSantis, running in the general election against former Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum, had ignited a racial controversy a month earlier by urging voters not to, quote, monkey this up, referring to the possibility of electing Gillum, who is black. The DeSantis campaign team denounced the tweet and announced it would take no more money from Olympic in the future, but his campaigns have continued to accept Olympic contributions. The governor's re-election campaign and state political committee supporting the campaign, Friends of Ron DeSantis, together took more than $5,000 from Olympic in 2021 and in 2022, according to state records. Lebetsky describes DeSantis as one of his close friends in a post on LinkedIn. First attracted attention in the wake of Trump's comments following a 2007 white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, that left a counter-protester dead after Trump insisted there were many fine people on both sides of the issues. Mainstream charities pulled events from the Trump Mar-a-Lago Club. Olympic, however, decided to move a charity gala for his newly formed pro-Israel nonprofit group, Truth About Israel, to Mar-a-Lago to help fill the void. The president has had Israel's back like no president since the days of Ronald Reagan. Olympic, who sometimes wore a red, white, and blue flag costume, told the Washington Post. In total, Olympic contributed more than $7,500 to committees supporting Trump. The then Congressman DeSantis was one of the featured speakers at the Mar-a-Lago event. Olympic worked with a prompter to push ticket sales on a Chinese social media platforms by indicating that attendees would have access to the former president. Trump was never going to attend, however, because of the annual governor's ball scheduled that same night. Unaware of that conflict, hundreds of Chinese nationals arrived, hoping to have their photos taken with the president. The event was glitch-prone in other ways. Despite Jewish attendees, the horse divorce served around the pool. The pool contained non-kosher items. There was no seating on the chart, leading to arguments over the best seats. When a Herald journalist later approached Alembic to ask about the event, he told reporters to quote step out of this elevator before you get hurt. In December 8 of 2018, Alembic was arrested by police on a domestic violence charge. The charge was dismissed via pretrial diversion. Laura Loomer, a right-wing political activist who was run unsuccessfully for Congress, tweeted, "Sadly, those of us who knew Steve understood that he struggled with his mental health at times. The Trump and DeSantis presidential campaign did not respond to a request for comment. So, time to break out the party hats. Yet another Republican mega donor is gone. Good fucking riddance." You know, the world is now a slightly better place without Steve in it. By the way, don't even bother with, leaving shame comments because I'm not. I'm completely unapologetic and proud of my hate.